Dead center. All right. .8. Impact center. One. Welcome back to the channel, shooters. If you have been here before, thank you for coming back. If you have not and it's your first time, make sure you go down in the description below and find out ways that you can help yourself. That also helps me and helps grow. Now, we're gonna go over a real simple video and we're gonna jump right into it. All it is assuming you have your system set up, what then do you do afterwards, in what order? All right, so let's go ahead and jump into that. All right, so you have your rifle set up. There's a certain order that you want to get things done in. And in my opinion, you should try to knock these things out every time you go to a new place to shoot, simply because it's all about keeping your rifle set up properly. It helps build knowledge in your head and keep track of what's going on. It also teaches you different environments, how your guns are acting, or how your ballistics are acting, excuse me. And it develops a habit, which is important because now you know the consistency of your gun. Now, I haven't zeroed this yet. I'm in Colorado. It's my second video here. I don't want any questions about where I'm shooting because I'm not gonna answer them. Now, what I'm gonna do is, in this order, I'm gonna zero the rifle and I'm gonna slip the rings. What that means is, wherever I zero, like right now, I know I'm on a piece of steel. It's like 6 inches, 8 inches wide. I need to get it zeroed on a piece of cardboard. But right now I'm at 1.5 mils high and I'm at 0 on windage. So wherever this ends up for my 0, I then need to take these off and line them back up on 0, 0 for my windage, or for my windage and elevation for my 0. That's what slipping the rings is. During that, because I have the Garmin for my chrono, and I can measure my velocity while I shoot. Now, if you're using something like a magneto speed attached to your gun, you don't want to zero with a magneto speed attached because it will shift your 0. But this, using Doppler, I can have it sitting there, and what it does for me, makes it simple, easy, but also it lowers my round count from beginning to end of this whole process. Now, when I get chronoed, after that, I'm gonna take that information and then I'm gonna put it into my ballistic calculator, which for me, I primarily run my Kestrel, but I also double it up and I put it in the Hornady 4 Degrees of Flight app on my phone. That way, if I'm ever without this, I at least have something, and I will true them both, okay? Now, you got this slipped, chronoed, muzzle velocity put in here. The next thing is you go to your distance. The wind's picking up on noise, sucks for you, just gotta deal with it. Let's see if I can hide it from the wind a little bit. If you, then you have to go within 10% before your round is going from super to transonic speed. And I have a video I'll make sure to put here where you guys can figure out what that is. It's essentials on ballistic essentials, and you can learn about that. But I'll go to 10% before I enter transonic, and I will true. What that means is I shoot for point of aim, point of impact, So whatever I dial is the true. That's in real life. That's what's going on. And then I take that and I match it. I make my Kestrel match it. Now there's a couple different ways you can do that. I'll show a very specific way. Now let's go ahead and get zeroed. All right, low, about 0.9 low. So I'm gonna come up 0.9. So that puts me at 2.4. All right, top right. Now I'm gonna group it for 3. All right, so I am pretty reliably 0.2 to 0.3 to the right. So I need to bring it left. Let's go do a bold adjustment of 0.3. I'll go to the second one. My elevation looks good. All right, so I got one a little high, and then the next two are dead center. So I'm gonna go to the next one. If it is still a little trending high, I'll bring it down. I do have a little bit of a wavy target. All right, I'm actually, let's go down 0.1 just to double check on that last one. Bring it there. All right, now let's do one on each of these. That was a little left. There we go. All right. There we go. Me. All right, good enough for me. All right, so now what I need to do is go ahead and slip these. Guns clear, so I don't got to worry about that. All right, there are videos of Knife Force Optics getting in the ring slipping, so if you want to check those out, you can do that there. I'm not going to do any real close up because of time. When you are slipping your rings, you want to make sure that you are not, I repeat, are not clicking your elevation or windage away. Like that, we'll push that down, nice and centered. Tighten this just a little bit, boom. Nice and simple, little hand tight, ugga-dug. And then I'm gonna do this guy too. So now, those are 0. Let's go ahead and do, all right. All right. Good. So now we knocked out several things. I have my chrono. I got a good 23 shots in there, so that's a lot of data to go off of. And I can take that muzzle velocity, plug it into my Kestrel. So then I have a true muzzle velocity, what's actually going through the gun at this elevation and altitude. And then slipped. Then after that, just got to true it. And I believe from when I checked it, my truing distance is going to be around 700 yards. So that's the next step. Let's go ahead and get at it. Yeah. All right, so we have a target at 688 yards. We're at the top of a canyon, and I'm definitely going to show you a shot of this place. We got a little bit of a crosswind, so it's going to be interesting. And I got a buddy here to call my shots to make sure. Now, what we're trying to do is we're truing the gun. So what that means is we're matching the what's real life on the gun, what I actually have to dial to hit point of aim, point of impact. And then we're going to put that into the ballistic calculator. And once that's set, we're good to flourish. And that's what we're going to here accomplish. Now, 700 would be the ideal place to zero, but 688 is what we got, and that's more than good enough. It's only 12 yards short, and it's on the tail end of the supersonic range before we start going into transonic. So let's go ahead and see what we got. For 688, we got 5.5 mils. A whole 0.8 left. All right. Shooter ready?
Ready.
It's high, about a mil.
High 1. Impact, right edge. Right at waterline.
All right. This off, so I'm playing a little wind.
Dead center.
All right. I'm actually a full mil less, which is great. My round is flying even better. So I'm gonna come here and I'm going to shift my ballistic coefficient. Let's go up. All right, cool. So now I adjusted my ballistic coefficient for my round here, and it is at 2.45, my BC. Now that matches 4.5 on the elevation, and it matches my, well, the wind, but the wind is gusting. So let's go ahead and do 1 or 2 more. Wind just picked up. I'm gonna go 1.8. Just low. There we go.
Impact, left edge, watermark.
So 1.6. Died a little bit. 1, 2. See it playing left and right?
Left.
There it is. Yeah. Wind's gusting just slightly, but I mean, if I look at that, that was between a 1.6 to 1.8. So if I shift my wind from 8 mile an hour to 11, that puts me right at 1.5. So we're looking at an 8 to 11 mile an hour wind left to right. Oh yeah, altitude, I did fix it. Right now, it's telling me 72.24. So 688 yards, easy impacts to get trued up. Now, interesting thing going on here was I messed up. I didn't change my latitude on my kestrel when I got up to the top of the mountain. After I did that, and I realized, okay, my actual truing distance, like I already put in earlier in the video, was 1,070 yards. So if you want to think about this, ballistically, my 5.56 rounds, which is 69 grain SMK from ADI, I get my ammo from Global Ordnance, and ballistically at 7,200 feet, it's acting like a 6.5 Creedmoor at sea level, minus foot-pounds of energy. But the flight and the drop, oh yeah, and it is awesome. So actually, I should have almost doubled the distance I was truing at. But regardless, got it matched up, and it was shooting great. We didn't shoot all the rounds that you see in the video, or all the rounds I shot for the day. So hope you enjoyed it. Now, to go over, because I know I'm going to get questions, what exactly I have all on the rifle right now, because I have changed it since last time you guys saw it. It is a BCM Marksman at heart, right? 18-inch with a excellent 1-8 twist barrel. This thing has been phenomenal. I just threw a dead air brake on here so I can attach my suppressors, but these are one of my favorite brakes, especially for SPR rifles. And I attached I believe it's a Magpul M-LOK to Arca clamp. Reason I did that, to run my bipod a lot easier, to be able to maneuver it back and forth easier for whatever position I'm shooting in. That's kind of a competition aspect coming from it, but it also helps me attach to tripods if I don't have my plate, as you saw in the video. And I like the flat, wide bottom, so that's one reason why I did that. And I have a Night Force 2.5 to 10, or 2.5 to 20, excuse me, first focal plane Mil XT reticle on here. This is an NX8, and it is phenomenal. There's very few adjustments to this scope, I believe, that is needed to make it like the perfect optic, but so far I absolutely love it. B5 grip, B5 precision stock. These are on the site for you to get if you need. And of course, trigger cam I'm also running a Trigger Tech safety and a Trigger Tech trigger. One of the very first video I did on this, there were the issues with this gun. The biggest one was the trigger was holding it back. That is now no longer an issue. Now it is an absolute advantage over other rifles in its lineup, so to speak. And especially with the safety being ambidextrous, which I prefer on all of my guns because of easy use, but also having somewhere to simply rest my thumb is easy. And it's convenient, but I also put on safe with that strong hand. So far, this is one of my favorite setups that I own. I'm going to be shooting it a lot, especially up here in the mountains, and especially with what's going on ballistically and the capabilities I'm going to have with this thing at distance. I mean, this is from the last video, a comment someone made, which I did actually address in the video. It's not just the drop that's affected, it's how these rounds are being affected by wind. And the fact of the matter is this went from a 3-mile-an-hour gun to almost a 6-mile-an-hour gun. So that's changed everything. So as you saw in the video, we had some gusting between, I think it was 6 to 8 and 6 to 11 mile an hour. Most we had to hold is 1.8 mils at 688 to be able to hit, which is super easy. Made sure to put that target in a place where we see splash, so it was easy for video and for spotting. But yeah,
Right at waterline.
I'm stoked here in Colorado. And again, if you have anything that you need or questions, comments, concerns, put them down in the comment below and the description. Make sure you check it out, because that's all I can really say about that. And that is all I got for you. Make sure you get out and bang. If you are still here, make sure you get out in the weather. While I was filming this video, it started to drizzle and rain while we were up in the mountains, and I had concern for my equipment, obviously, because running electronics, but other than that, I was so stoked. Being up in the mountains again, the fresh air, the altitude, being up, I mean, you guys saw in the video, right? How far you can see out was phenomenal. So make sure that you guys are getting out and touching the grass, hugging the trees, doing those good things that we're meant to do. Get out and bang.